Yeah, sure, no worries. Cool. So I'll just give you a little bit of info about myself. So I'm originally from the UK, and I moved over here when I was 21. But whilst I was in the UK, I started my own makeup business over there. And I was sort of dabbling into the corporate world as well. I worked as an administrator for a little while in between all that. And then when I was 21, moved out here, did some traveling, lived the life for a bit. And then when I decided to stay, I set up shop. I set my makeup business up in Melbourne. And that was sort of going good. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just kind of like dived in head first, and came across some roadblocks and things along the way, and ended up sort of losing a lot of my passion, and my mindset wasn't right. And I ended up sort of going back to my comfort zone and went back to an admin job for a little while. But in that time, I realised, you know, I don't really like working for somebody else. I don't like being told when I can take holiday. I don't really like being told, you know, when I can go for lunch and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, right, I really have to think about getting my business set back up, which I did in that time. And then I decided to move to Perth in 2019. So I left that job, moved to Perth, and then whilst I was sort of setting up things here, coronavirus happened. And I was like, damn it, I can't actually work. And obviously at the time, I didn't know how long our lockdown was going to be for. All I knew was, like, oh my God, the thing that I thought was going to be my lifeline, which is my makeup career, is not really my lifeline anymore. And then it really made me think, like, well, regardless of a pandemic, regardless of that, I need extra sources of income to protect me for when that does happen again, or if I break a leg, or, you know, when I have kids, I can't work and stuff. So I was like, right, I'm on a mission. I need to pull up my big girl pants and I need to find something. And then I came across this business, hence where I am today. So yeah, and I've got a couple of other things going on too, but yeah, this is one of my main sources of income alongside my makeup job as well. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me and how I kind of got into this business.
The main thing is what keeps you interested, like you know, you go for a work and you start continuing the works. So what's in this business which makes you stick to that one
To
for
keep
you?
to keep you
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
so what's the incentive, or what is my motivation?
Motivation to
in
continue
this
this job.
business?
You know, yeah, in
In
this
this
business.
business,
Yeah.
what's your motivation in terms of doing this
My
business?
motivation. My motivation in doing this specific business is the leveraged income that you can create by growing, I suppose, a tribe of people. So essentially, there is no cap on the income that you can earn. There is no cap on the people that you can recruit and sponsor underneath you. So hence, the sky is your limit when it comes to income. If you are, you know, if you are that way inclined, if you are wanting to help other people, and that's something that it feels good for you, you are basically creating, you know, helping yourself create a different life, but then on the other side of that, you're also helping other people create a different life. Everyone is different. Everyone runs at their own pace. So some people may just want to earn an extra $500 a month, but then there's some people that are like, no, I've got big goals, I've got big dreams. So it's about sort of helping people get to whatever goal they've got, which, you know, in turn is a huge transformation when they get there, and that makes me feel good. But my personal motivation, if we're talking about that as well, is I've always had a bit of a thing around money. My mum's always struggled for money. She's always relied on either the government. She's either relied on my dad. She was a mum from the age of 19. So she never really worked. Her job was being a mother. And yeah, so I was like, my biggest why and the reason why I keep going in this business and I won't stop until I really make it, in all my businesses, to be honest, is I don't want to have that restriction on my income. I don't want to have that restriction for my family, for myself. I want to be able to go, you know, if I want to go take my family on holiday or take my family to go meet my parents in the UK, I can just up sticks and go and I not have to think about it. And I don't want to have to ask my partner, you know, can we afford this? Can we do it? I want to be able to go, do you know what? I haven't seen my mum for a good few months. Let's go. Let's just do it. And have that flexibility that when I do get there, or wherever I want to be, I can work and still earn an income, and I'm not stressing about that. And that's the one thing, although I'm self-employed in my makeup, the one thing it doesn't do is give me the location freedom. I have to be kind of here. This is where my base is. So yeah, that's, as much as it's great, I work for myself, I can work my own hours, but you're not getting the location freedom with that. So my biggest motivation is definitely not having that restriction on where I can be, when I can go, and how much it's going to cost. Like, I don't want to ever have that again, and that's my biggest driver. Yeah.
Like Lucy said, it's in this business, it's different for everybody. Some people stay in it because they love the products, they really like the products, and they get the, you know, when you're an affiliate, you get a kickback as well as you get a discount on the products and all. So some people like that part, and that's purely why they do it. Some people want to create, they want to live a certain kind of lifestyle. And in order to get their lifestyle, obviously you need money. So that could be your motivator. And then, or someone goes, like for me, it will be sort of similar to Lucy's, but mine is more in the sense, I'm just literally tired of working so much. Like when I was in hospital job, I was doing 60 to 65, some weeks, 70-hour weeks. And I was only getting a day and a half, like not even that on a week off. Out of that, Zidhu and I, we were spending very little time together. I don't want my work to dictate my life anymore, in the sense, like similar to what Lucy said, but mine is more around family, that like our family is overseas as well. God forbid if something happens, I want to be able to just go, I don't care how much it costs. I'm buying the next straight flight that I can get, and we're going. And same thing, like Zidhu's parents are overseas. Because I remember when my mum passed away, I couldn't go. It was like I was coming back from work that night. Zidhu called me and she was like, "Where are you?" And I said, on my way home on the train. She was like, "Just get home as soon as possible." I'm like, "Are you okay?" I'm just gonna stop at Coles. She was like, "No, just get home." So I'm like, "That's weird." So came home. As soon as I walked in, she's like, "Just got a call from the island, from my nephew, and mum passed away." Like, I don't know what to do. And it takes 14 hours to get there. That'll be the quickest, because 8 hours from here to Malaysia or Singapore, and then another 4 hours from there, depending on the transit, all that. With us as well, like our funerals goes like that. It's the next prayer time. You're buried, and I couldn't go. And another year before, prior to that, mum got really sick again. I couldn't go, only because I didn't have the means.
Yeah.
And right now, we've got family overseas, and Zidhu's parents are back home. And one of the worries she has is the same thing. And I don't want her to feel like that anymore. Like, I don't want her to feel what I felt. And that's just horrible. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it. Like, because this has the means for me to be able to have the financial freedom.
Yeah. And like Ah'dhu said, it's very different for everyone. Your reason why and that's something we will work on along this journey. Is the reason why you're creating this business or creating the lifestyle that you want. The reasons why behind that we'll get quite deep with. So you will have drive and you will have motivation. Because I don't know if you've ever owned a business or anything like that. It's very up and down, and you will have times when you're like, I can't do this anymore. It's just part and parcel of the lifestyle. But when you know why you're doing it, and that pull is that strong and that fire in your belly is there, then that's what keeps you going. You go, I know what the end goal is, and I know why I'm doing it, and that's what will keep you going. So essentially, when you come on board with us, what we want to try and achieve with you is getting you from being dependent on us, and then becoming independent, so you can fly, on your own, do your own thing, and be comfortable with that and confident. So that's our job. So we will work through a lot of mindset stuff. We'll work through a lot of those things, like what your purpose is, and all of that, in order for you to have that foundation to be able to to build this business and grow it. So yeah, I mean, the expectations of this business are the ups and downs of it. We won't sugarcoat anything, but that is business in general. When you own your own business, there is highs and lows. It comes with the parcel, I suppose. And it does take work, right? It does take your time commitment. There isn't a huge investment in this business. The business is free to start. It's just a matter of you becoming a product of the product and investing a bit of your, however much time you can allocate, and using that time wisely. So that's something that we'll sort of coach you on as well, on how to do that. But we just kind of say this business can kind of fit into your life. So if you have a full-time job like Ah'dhu does, and many of the people that are in this business have full-time jobs, they fit it into the end of their day. So it's just about swapping out habits for something that is going to actually help create an income for you and create your own legacy, or whatever it is you want to create from this business. So it's just a matter of swapping out maybe some habits. Like if you watch Netflix for 2 hours in the evening, maybe only watch it for an hour and do an hour on your business. Or it's just, we can kind of work through that and see what we need to kind of switch up and change up in order to get you where you need to be as quick as possible, basically. So yeah, like I said, you have sort of being a product of the product is what we kind of advise, because essentially this is a wellness and skincare business, but the biggest product and the best product is the business model. That's our belief, and that's what you will in time understand and get to know. Probably doesn't make any sense to you right now, but you'll understand the reason why once you start working with it. It's completely up to you how you would like to go about this business. You can either just, like Ah'dhu said, stick with the product side of it and just sell and earn a little bit of money here or there. But if you are thinking in the bigger picture and in the bigger grand scheme of things, and you actually want to grow this, then the business side of it is where that leveraged income comes from, because you will be working with other people who you're going to bring on and go, I want to help you create a leveraged income, and that's their purpose as well. So over time, exponentially, that will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then that's where the big income comes in. So it's completely up to you where you're at or what you want out of this business. You can just sort of stick to doing a few sales here or there, or you can actually grow this a little bit bigger. So it all comes down to your goals at the end of the day. It all comes down to what you want. It's either like, are you wanting to get out of your day job? Are you wanting to remove yourself from that eventually? If that's something on the cards, then just is 2 hours out of your day really a big inconvenience in the grand scheme of things? Like, it all depends on your goals, and that's something that we'll obviously work through and figure out. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something you can kind of just work in with what you're already doing. We say, like, even if you just take 15 minutes here or there, like, we sit there and we scroll on our phones like endlessly for hours sometimes. You're like, oh. So it's all about utilizing the time. And a lot of people come in and go, oh, I don't think I have enough time. I've got kids and I've got da-da-da-da. And it's like, well, I always say everyone's got the same amount of time in the day as Beyonce. And if Beyonce can do the things that she does, we can do the things that we like, you know what I mean? We can create whatever we want to create. It's about managing your time. And that's something, we will obviously be working on as well. And that comes down to your goals, and your daily methods of operation, which we'll go through as well. So daily methods of operation are just, what are you going to be doing every single day to work towards your goals? And that might be, oh, I'm going to actually speak to 2 people, or I'm actually going to do 5 social media posts in one day, or whatever it is, right? We can work around what you feel fits in with you. So yeah, it's all about sort of managing your time and making time for this business, not necessarily having time, because no one really has time for anything. We're like, oh, I don't want hours in the day to do stuff, but it's about making that time, and actually in those 15-minute increments, for instance, what are you doing in those 15 minutes? Are you just going hard and pummeling it and then you're done? And then maybe another 15 minutes down the track, because that all adds up, and success loves speed. So the faster and harder we go, the more success we'll get.
Yep. Sorry, before I forget, I just want to add something to something that Joe said earlier about, you want to know a little bit about the business and see if this fits in your lifestyle and all that. That's all well and good. No problem with that. But what I'll say to that is, most of the time we worry if we are spending money on something and we're afraid to spend that money on it because it doesn't give a return. In this case, there's no monetary value involved. It's your time, but it can guarantee you when you spend that 15 minutes or an hour a day, that can give you a return down the track. You might not see it now, and you might not see it in a month's time, 2 months' time. But if you're not investing in monetary value, most people are okay with it because wasting money. Let's just call it wasting money, although you're not wasting money, but some people will think it's wasting. So in my mind, I'm okay spending that time and just building something, knowing down the track, 6 months, 7 months, 12 months down the track, I could have a business that's just going to be making money while I sleep, let's say. That's the model of this. So I would challenge you to actually rethink how you started thinking before, because you're saying, I want to see if this fits my lifestyle. How about you think of a way for your lifestyle fitting into this, because eventually this could be something that just sets your life. You could do IT, and that's something you love to do. You can still keep doing it, but wouldn't it be nice to have a separate income where you don't have to worry about that? Someone going, okay, actually we're in a pandemic, I need you to send you home because we got too many people. And you go, that's fine, I'm okay. And then off you go, and you're not worried about your finances. So start thinking in that sense, rather than having this fit your lifestyle. Try and think of ways where you can, because eventually I'm pretty sure you want a family and all that. So start thinking about, and that's how I started thinking, how I can, if you want to make a better life for your family, start thinking what is the best way. And right now, if you don't have money to invest, that's fine. But I can definitely tell you can find time to invest, which is what's going to be paying you back in 12 months' time.
Yeah. Good to know. Cool. All right. And just know I've given you my number. So just know that you can call, message. You can message me. You can message your upline, who is Ah'dhu. If you've got any questions, or if you're just like, I need some help, I am in struggle town right now, then we are here as that support. You're not alone in this business. Okay, it may seem like I've never done anything like this before. This is all brand new to me. It's okay. It was all brand new to Ah'dhu. It was all brand new to me too. So we're just a few steps ahead of you, and we're here to kind of guide you on that process. And then you've got my upline, and then her upline and upline. So there is so much support and so much knowledge within this business, and you'll learn so much about yourself and about business in general along the way. So just congratulate yourself for being on this call, and this is the first step, and we just take it step by step. Have a goal, and we'll talk about that on our next call. Have a goal to reach a big goal, and we work step by step to that goal, and then that's how we get there. All right. Well, it was lovely finally meeting you, Joe, and we will catch up again next week, or I'll sort of see you on the Monday night live session in the group.
Thank you guys.
See
Thanks.
ya. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.